Be a disaster. You can see the specific impacts on our veterans, on our seniors. Their programs are going to be cut dramatically. But it's the reputation of America. It's the cost of our debt, cost to taxpayers, the loss of America's use of the dollar as the international currency would be at risk. It would be a disaster for this country. We should never put the credit of the United States at risk.
My guess is this is one of the few areas the two of you are going to agree on. Senator Cassidy, we're talking about reneging on the full faith and credit of the United States government. What would this mean in terms of the markets, jobs, and the overall economy?
I think Ben put it well, but I think the real question is, how do we get out of it? I would argue that now is the time for presidential leadership. There is not just a vacuum of presidential leadership. I say it's a black hole. People come to senators and say, oh, would you put together something that could rescue our country from this problem? And I say, well, until the president engages, it doesn't matter what we do. So it's more than a vacuum. It's a black hole because it sucks out leadership from every place else. If it's going to be so terrible, Joe Biden needs to step up.
Okay, so you've anticipated where I wanted to take this. The president is meeting with the top congressional leaders of both houses next Tuesday at the White House. What do you expect from that meeting? And honestly, how real are the chances, looking at the situation here in Washington, that this time we could go over the financial cliff, that we could default on our debt?
Well, I'd like to think that that is unlikely to occur. It's always been, it's in the past, people have threatened it, but it's always come through. But when you look at this meeting on Tuesday, I actually see Schumer and McConnell as window dressing. This is between the president and Kevin McCarthy. And the House...
Just to explain, because the House is run by the Republicans, and obviously the White House and the Senate are run by Democrats.
Correct. But I say this because the spending bill has to originate in the House, and the president has to sign it into law. And it's got to pass the House majority. You may not like that, but it's got to. And the president's got to engage. Until the president engages seriously, nothing moves forward.
Well, I'm glad that the four are meeting. I think it's important that they're meeting, but I think the engagement needs to take place on next year's spending bills and appropriation bills and revenue bills, not on holding hostage the full faith and credit of the United States. So, yes, the president is engaged.
But Senator Cardin, you say he's engaged. The fact is that they met in February, House Speaker McCarthy, President Biden. They haven't met since then. Where has the president been? In other words, even if you want to say we're going to separate spending from the debt, we're not going to make one contingent on the other, why not engage on the issues of spending and the economy and then pass a clean debt limit?
Well, we're already paying a cost for getting this close. It's already affecting our reputation. This should not be an issue.
But see, I think you're avoiding the point. If the president were showing leadership, sure, the circumstances may not the chess pieces may not be where you want to have them, but they are where they are. Now, if you want to do it differently, that we have some budget talks here and we have a debt ceiling here, then you need to actually start making a movement towards that. Not say, oh, bring me exactly what I want, and I refuse to engage until I see exactly what I want. That's not presidential leadership. That's presidential passivity, and we need an active president.
But, Bill, as you point out, these bills originate in the House. The House should have sent over a vehicle that we could work on, not what they did, which is a non-starter. We shouldn't be in this debate. We knew this at the beginning of this Congress, that we had to pass the debt ceiling. We should have done that.
Now, when you say it's a non-starter, it is an opening play.
Oh, it's not at all.
Well, then offer a counter-offer.
The counter-offer is pass the debt ceiling extension, and let's sit down and talk about the budget.